This is the fragment event calendar for Loriaka with 150 total fragments and 35 extra you could obtain from winning different tournaments going on at that time. While this one is the ongoing fragment champion event right now for Strategos Islin, and it has only 130 fragments you can obtain, with only 20 being available as extra you could obtain from only 2 tournaments. That's the only thing I can tell you is wrong with this fragment event right now: the total number of fragments that can be obtained and how much is available to be picked up from tournaments. That's the only thing I can see so far. Else, the events and tournaments look similar to any fragment. It's just that they've drastically reduced the amount of fragments you can obtain. I'll just put it right here at the beginning of this video that this will make a lot of people want to skip out on this fusion, but for endgame players like my endgame account, it makes no difference because we're simply going to be completing all the events and tournament anyway, so it makes no difference. But for my noob to pro account, where I was looking to maybe, miss out on one thing and do the other thing, it looks like it's going to make it all of a sudden a lot more difficult. How? I'll draw your attention to the first event that is launching right now, which is Fire Night champion training and with artifact enhancement. It does not align with dungeon divers, so you should not start your Fire Night today. You want to wait until tomorrow when this dungeon diver starts right here. Mark it in yellow. So you want these dungeon divers to start along with your Fire Night on Friday. That's the day the fusion actually starts officially. You can start today with your artifact enhancement, do some artifact enhancement, take some gear to 4 and 8, but then tomorrow is the day you go crazy for Fire Night. If you're still going for it, after knowing the amount of fragments that have been reduced. Now, for those players who never rely on winning tournaments, this makes no difference for them. This is still the same number of fragments you obtain, which is 95 fragments if you miss out on one of these 2 events that will determine whether you can complete it, which is Champion Chase Tournament and Summon Rush. The Summon Rush is starting tomorrow, and we will find out tomorrow whether they will give us 5 and 10 or they will give us 15 fragments in one place. Now, if they put 15 fragments in one place for Summon Rush, that will be the height of rebellion and wickedness, and that will make my noob to pro not go for this fusion. It's a 10x. It's already announced that some 10x will be attached to it tomorrow, and the 10x champions are Suzen, Valorious, Lady Kimi, Ragash, Elva, Golden Reaper, which an epic, Cryodan the Blue, an epic, Lady Annabelle epic, and Wayron the Silken, also an epic. These are the 10x champions that will be you're able to get from pulling your ancient shards, sacred shards, or even void shards tomorrow during that 10x. That's starting Friday, and it will be lasting for an entire 72 hours Summon Rush. So for those players who are looking to get this fusion, you're asking, can you skip out on Summon Rush and then do only Champion Chase? I don't think they will make it 5 and 10. I think they will make it just 15 fragments. If they make it 15 fragments for just one spot, then you cannot skip anything, because if you miss out on one thing, you'll be left with 95 fragments. And we usually use one of these winning event or tournaments. Some people will say skip out on the Summon Rush entirely and then go crazy for the Champion Chase. But in this case, I can't advise anybody to do that. If you really want this champion, they are trying to make a fragment summoning event be one of those ones where you actually have to complete both summoning events. Usually it used to be optional. It used to be do one, miss the other one, get extra fragments, or even miss out on one of the dungeon divers 3 that you do not want to complete. But this one is going to look a lot more complicated. So that's the first tip that I'll tell you guys to start on Friday. And let's see, it has Dungeon Divers 1, Dungeon Divers 2, and Dungeon Divers 3. We do not like to complete 3 entirely different Dungeon Divers. We also don't want to do 3 entirely different artifact enhancement, but they're all there. So that's something you should note right here. Artifact Enhancement 1, Artifact Enhancement 2, and Artifact Enhancement 3 are all waiting for you, which will suck all your silver away. Especially for my noob to pro account, I don't have the silver. I'm currently at 3 million or so. I currently don't have enough to do this, but this will be a drain. Even if you have the shots to get it done, it seems like this is going to be a big problem for me. Now, the main problem why people saw this, I'm like, what happened, is because they took away the extra 15 fragments we used to have in either winning first position in Classic Arena, Spider, Fire Night. There was 5-5 scattered everywhere. Why did I take it away? Were people using that to finish tournaments easily? it kind of made the game competitive because people were pushing hard for those events, pushing hard for Spider, pushing hard for Classic Arena 1, pushing hard for Fire Knight, farming it even after they meet the required number of points. But now that they did this, if I head over into the game and check out the Fire Knight event that is currently going on right here, I don't think there will be any event attached to it. Let me just quickly check. I don't think there will be any special reward attached to it. So if I check the Fire Knight, because it has launched, but I'm not starting to farm it right now until tomorrow when Dungeon Diver starts. So check out Fire Knight right here. What are they putting at the top point right here? After you win your 2,250, there is no incentive to push any further. So endgame players who usually keep farming Fire Knight just to win that first position so they can skip out on something else. It's a small percentage of people who actually do that, but I belong to those small percentage of people who actually go crazy for one event just to get my 95 to 100 fragments, and now they're taking away my 5 fragments from me. So they really want me to complete Champion Chase and Summon Rush. So tomorrow we'll decide if this Summon Rush that is starting tomorrow has 5 and 10 fragments separately. If it has just 115 fragments in one particular place, I don't know. That's the way I'm analyzing this. I just wanted to hop in here and tell you guys what I think about this new calendar. This is not the first time they've reduced the number of fragments you can obtain from in a fusion or a fragment event like this. This is not the first time. It has been done before. I forget for which one, but yes, it has been done before. So hopefully this is not a permanent thing where fragments will now begin to have only 10 that we can pick up right here. Only 10 extra fragments. Who is going crazy for champion training? Who? Do you know how boring champion training is? Now, if you put it into champion chase, who has the shots to go crazy for champion chase? Do you know how cash intensive this has to be to get these 10 extra fragments? So if you know you cannot do this, just go crazy for both Summon Rush, go crazy for champion chase. You have to do everything in a fragment event. That's the way I see it. That's the analysis I can give to you guys. Will the Noob to Pro be going for this? This is be a criteria for me to skip this fusion on the Noob to Pro. This is a huge incentive for me to skip it just because I'll be at 95 if I miss Summon Rush. But if they leave 5 at the beginning of Summon Rush and then leave the 10 at the end of Summon Rush, I'll be so happy because all I need right here is 5. If you can get 5 from Summon Rush and then get 15 the entire 15 from Champion Chase, you'll be able to complete this fusion. So Summon Rush is what I'm looking to see if they'll keep 5 fragments somewhere else for me, because if you put 55 plus 55, that's 110, right? So you just need to skip 15 and get 5 somewhere else. There's nowhere for me to get 5 extra fragments. There's nowhere. It's all taken. So that's my thought on this Strategos Islin fragment event that just came out. It looks like we have to do everything daily, and the only tip that I can give to you right now is to just hold on till starting Fire Knight tomorrow when Dungeon Divers actually starts. There is no reason for me to go over any other thing. I just want to see tomorrow if Summon Rush will be crazy and have 15 or 5 and 10. Please break it down. Please do 5 and 10 Playroom. Don't be so harsh on your community. I know the last fusion we did, old school fusion, had 15 everywhere. You had to go there and grab your 15. We knew that was an old school fusion, we understood, but this is a fragment event. Please make it 5 and 10, so those who have other sources of getting the fragments will just pick 5 and make up the 95 that they have, because making people go crazy and getting everything done in a fragment event like this is not going to be newbie friendly anymore. And older players who are already playing the game don't even want this champion. On my main account, when I get this champion, he is going to the vault. He's not a champion I need for a 3-year-old account. These are newer players who have been playing for a year or less who actually need these champions for their teams. So that's something to take note right here. Let me know if I'm missing out on anything in this Islin Fragment event calendar. I'd love to know your tips and tricks and how you plan to complete it, or if you're one of those who are looking at it, I'm like, I'm skipping it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Later, guys.